Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1. So I did make a mistake, not in this scenario, but in the previous one where we were fighting Alana. I've made this mistake multiple times in multiple playthroughs. This is not a fault of the game devs at all. It's actually a fault of the module itself, which it's probably been fixed at this point with the latest updates. But Alana was actually only supposed to have one initiative card, not two. It's kind of like that same situation where we were getting Ursi on the board, even though we weren't supposed to actually get Ursi's command card at all. So it is what it is. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. Obviously, it did make a difference in the fact that we were taking twice as many spells than normal. But for the most part, our party is reasonably okay, so I'm not going to really worry about it. Also, I'll just assume this is karma balancing out any other mistakes I've made in the past. So yeah, we fought Alana in hard mode, which we did just fine, so that's not a big deal. Anyway, continuing on with all this other nonsense. So, footsteps and bare feet. With screeching metal and the protest of angry clockwork, the last of the gatekeepers fell still. Viscous black oil oozed from its body, its sharp metallic odor mixing with the thick stink of decay in the room. Nightingale lowered her weapon. The anointed stood in a close group, alert for the next threat. Zephyr made his way over to her. I won't forget this, he said. The anointed owe you a great debt. Thank me later, she muttered, paying him little attention as she scanned the area. Nightingale spotted Breeze and the other nymph not far away. I'm sorry, I have to check on my friend. Nightingale called out to the nymphs walking away from Zephyr. Breeze! Zephyr grabbed her shoulder, causing her to turn on him. I don't mean to be harsh, but this isn't the time. We may have killed the gatekeepers, but Alana could be back at any moment. Zephyr looked deadly serious. None of us are in a condition to fight the Lich Wurm. We need to move. Nightingale ignored him and pulled away to where Breeze was clinging to her friend. They held each other tightly, as if they were afraid the other might disappear if they let go. The others, Ursi squeaked, her tears streaming down her face. How could Alana kill us, Breeze? We are from the same tribe. We're sisters. I don't know, Breeze said, touching Ursi's cheek. But you don't have to worry about her anymore. We're getting away. Breeze noticed Nightingale. Ursi, this is Nightingale. She helped me rescue you. Ursi looked up, her eyes still glazed from pain and weakness. Thank you. Nightingale wasn't sure how to answer and missed the bodies and injuries. All she could do was smile weakly. I'm just sorry we didn't get here sooner. Zephyr called from across the room. Ladies, we need to go. Our escape will be for nothing if the Lich Wurm catches us. Thanks will be due when we get out alive. Something rumbled in their direction, and Nightingale looked back, worried. He's right, she said. She drew her weapon again, though her arms stung from the effort. We can celebrate when we're out. I'll help you, sister. Breeze draped Ursi's arm over her own shoulder. Let's go. Ursi will need the strength of the sun to recover. She won't find it here. Zephyr and his anointed led the way. Their work wasn't done yet, but Nightingale nursed a sense of hope. She found Zephyr. All she needed was to find her friends. Wurm en route. We're almost there, Nightingale called, urging them onward. The anointed had been prisoners for a long time, and they were clearly struggling to walk. Only Zephyr was unfazed. Not far behind them, the Wurm thrashed and shook in the darkness, toppling pillars and knocking over walls in its rage. Alana was coming for them. Nightingale was first up the stairs. Ahead of her, she could see the camp inside of the front entrance of the library. To her surprise, she saw Rook and the others near the entrance. She felt a wave of relief as she ran toward Rook. The man held his arms out as if expecting a hug. Instead, she ran right past him, pointing urgently behind her. Nightingale shouted, turning her head to watch him as they passed each other. She flailed her arms. Go, go! She's right behind us. There was yelling coming from behind her, but Nightingale kept on running. As she climbed out onto the sun, she spun on her heels to find her friends falling in behind her. Just as it looked like they were about to escape, the ground in front of her began to shake. A geyser of stone and dirt erupted before her, blocking the exit to the swamps. Nightingale came to a screeching halt as the Lich Wurm emerged, its massive bulk striking pillars and bookshelves in filling the space with debris. Alana cackled madly from the monster's back, her body covered with dirt and her eyes bulging wide. "None of you are leaving," she screamed. "Your corpses will rot here with the others." The worm bellowed alongside her, its screeches painfully high-pitched. Beside Nightingale, Zephyr straightened, drawing his scavenged sword. "We've got you out in the open without your traps. You've given up every advantage." He charged with his companions at his side. All right, party is reunited. All unselectable adventures are now no longer unselectable. So Nightingale is now selectable once more. And before continuing, players choose the active group. So this will be our team. We're going to take Justice, Zeke, Nightingale, and Rook with us. We do still have Jazara because we haven't had a refresh yet. And that is going to be how we're going to do this. All right, boss fight, Lich, Wurm, Alana, 286. Because the story was section was so short, I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into this. So this will probably be a long session. Boss fight, the Lich, Wurm, Alana. Behind you, across the gnarled swamp, Alana seeks to stop your escape. You don't think that you'll be able to outrun her through the mire. Alana doesn't seem like the type to let her enemies live, so it looks like you'll have to fight. You've come too far to be killed by this filthy worm, though. You won't die so easily. Win conditions, Alana is defeated. Now, this is something to note. For symbiotic figures, usually you have to defeat both AI cards in order to actually fully defeat it. But for this one, you can actually opt to go straight for Alana. I don't recommend it for numerous reasons. But yeah, so all we have to do is defeat Alana and go from there. Otherwise, if we get defeated, that's the bad part. There is a blue loot token down here on the bottom elevation. We will, of course, go for it. All right, achievements. If Cassithus is defeated, read the following hidden text. There's almost, like I said, there's almost no reason to not defeat Cassithus. There's many benefits. There's only one slight drawback, and all the benefits are much better. For one thing, it stops the burrowing. And essentially, Alana just becomes like a mostly stationary turret of magic, and that's it. Zephyr, Champion of the Anointed. During this encounter, any adventurer may also play Zephyr using his Command Combatant card. Attrition, all damage that was dealt to Alana and Cassithus during the encounter, Can of Worms remains dealt to them. And then, of course, we have Alana and Cassithus, Lich, Wurm of the Decrepit City. Same rules as before this time. So one thing to note is if a boss has multiple initiative cards, it will usually tell you. It's actually the book's actually been pretty good about that. But unfortunately, like I said, the automation tends to for the module, the TTS module itself tends to make other assumptions. Yeah, as you can see, it brought out both of them. It should only bring out one. So I'm pretty sure on like so many of my playthroughs, I've fought with Alana already having two of these. And I think I end up not looking up the issue until I trigger a later effect, which is when she actually gets her additional initiative card. Anyway, facing mortality, once Alana has 301 or more damage, she does some things. And then over here, if she has 200 or more damage, she'll trigger something. And then if she gets defeated, you get some additional loot, which is pretty fancy. All right. So yeah, pretty straightforward stuff here. Give me a moment as I get positioned. My starting position is this little bar here, which is, I think, like right here. Yeah, I think so. So BRB. All right. Here's Zephyr. Let me go ahead and put him back down here. I think we need his initiative card still. There he is. We're also missing our initiative cards for this. We don't need Damocles. Okay. Okay, didn't forget Justice this time. We have Rook and Zeke here. We're good to go on that front. At the start of the encounter, Zephyr is going to has less than 2 heal tokens, so he's going to get 2 more heal tokens, which is really nice. We do have the ability tokens that we had from the Can of Worms. So 2 summon tokens, a heal tokens, and intervention over here. And other than that, we're probably in good shape. We're not going to be able to do any filled afterlives, which is unfortunate. But we do have access to Nemesis, which is fantastic. So Also, I think a good amount of our group is actually, half our group is immune to darkness, which is kind of nice. Okay, also at the start of the encounter, these cards will be flipped back over because of the garter knives. And yeah, good to go. So same stuff as before. Alana is going to make everything a little bit more expensive, which pretty much means the infection's completely worthless in this fight because it's going to cost a stamina just to use it. Like the Shadows is also going to cost a stamina, which is also kind of annoying, but everything else is probably okay. All right, so with all that said and done, here's our formation here. I have Jazara here, and we'll see if we can make some things happen here. So we'll do initiative first. Okay, Cassithus is going first. Okay, I don't have the Augur Pager available right now because it's not in my consumable slot. So this will be our formation for right now, which is fine. So before we do anything, Rook at any time can go ahead and do Doombreak. We'll go ahead and do that and get a stamina for our troubles. Okay, we're fine. Okay, so we'll start with Zeke. Zeke has 3 stamina. Let's go ahead and spend 1 to give haste to Rook. Actually, we'll give haste to Jazara. Yeah, haste to Jazara I think is fine. I'm also going to go ahead and do intervention and give that to Jazara. That leaves us with 2 stamina remaining. So the good news is we don't have to worry about being mass nuked, which is kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts us 1 tile short. Actually, no, sorry, I only have 5 movement. That's still okay. All right, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spin. No, it's not going to be good enough. I was going to try to run up and do Exalted Summoning, but that costs us stamina now. So for right now, I think I may just hold off for a round. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. We'll get the stamina next round and then start throwing out things like Nemesis. We do definitely need to get this thing away from everything. I do want to get Justice down to make the run to the blue loot token, but that's going to be kind of hard, just simply because of the presence requirement. So that might not be the play. So yeah, I think I'll just end the turn here and let this thing come towards us. We could potentially set up some dynamite. We don't have enough stamina to use all of them, though. So it is what it is. I think for right now, let's go ahead and making sure my numbers are right. Yeah, our numbers are still right. Yeah, we have an extra 9 slots. Okay. I am going to go ahead and do the free re-equip for now, just so I can have the pager available if we need it. Okay. Alright, so it goes to Zephyr. I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to use one of these heal tokens and heal Rook for 6. I am outside of Cassithus's SOI for now. Also, I'm not sure why he's able to move 6, since he is using a Zombocto. Alright, we can spend a stamina to move. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get ourselves at least out of line of sight for now. I think that's fine. Alright, goes to Cassithus. Cassithus is not burrowed. It's going to move to be up to reach 2 of as many opponents as possible, so it's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to burrow. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, and unfortunately, it just moved into Nightingale's range, so no Overwatch. All right, then it goes to Alana. Alana's going to roll a purple and possibly cause us some trouble. 2 spaces. Moving to be underneath as many opponents as possible. So it's just going to move closer, I think. So while burrowed, there should be no break attacks. I believe that is the condition. Do not provoke break attacks, and they can't make break attacks. All right, we'll just have you move up then. Okay. So that is Jazara goes to, or sorry, that was Alana goes to Jazara. Jazara will get 1 stamina for haste. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to look up bleed before this fight, but I completely forgot. Standard action or standard ability, which is all of these. So anytime it does a okay, yeah, wow, it doesn't actually include spells. That's actually kind of weird. Yeah, so bleed's not going to be helpful. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and spend. I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 and go straight for an empowered shot. The Abyss reaching back. So I'll be rolling a green and a black for this. Of course, I'll target both of them. I will re-roll with intervention. 11. All right. Well, yeah, you definitely pass. I can force a re-roll. I think I'm just going to wait for Cassithis. Cassithis. Okay, Cassithis fails. We'll just take, we'll do damage to itself. This thing's been rolling the wrong dice this entire time. I didn't realize that. This thing's been rolling the wrong dice. That's really annoying. Give me a moment. All right, just out of curiosity, I went and took a look at the footage for Cane of Worms. All my attacks missed anyway. The only person that didn't roll a skull against was like Damocles, and Damocles, it was really, really low, so it wasn't going to make a difference. Either way, we'll go ahead and move these over, and we'll reuse this gray die. We could just it's really easy to know what value this is because it's literally the highest value, so we'll just swap it to be this. So it does 16 damage to itself, but it'll become 8 because it has resistance, and then it's going to get rooted. So we have that going for us for now. All right, that was Jazara, goes to Rook. Rook will heal for 1. And I'll go ahead and pop the Doombreak again. I'll re-roll with an intervention. All right, bye-bye Doombreak. That's okay. All right. I will spend 2 stamina to exhaust the Domesticated Royal Sickling and roll this. Okay, didn't skull it. We're going to go ahead and put poison up on Cassithis. All right. I am going to go ahead and spend a stamina to do Banish Knowledge. We're going to give haste over to Zeke. I'm going to go ahead and do the Gaze into the Abyss, take 3 damage, and give himself haste. And then I will go ahead and give an intervention to Nightingale. And I'm in no particular hurry, so I will spend 1 stamina to do a re-equip and swap in the herb bag. This will at least give us some ways to remove effects if we need to. Besides that, I'm within SOI, so I can't move away. I mean, I could do the presence check, but I don't really care to. We will spend 1 stamina to move somewhere. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. I'm still within SOI, so it doesn't break anything. And that should be it for now. Yeah, not too shabby. We at least got poison up. Goes to Nightingale. Nightingale is hasted, so she gets 1 stamina. Unfortunately, our means to wilt this thing is just Zeke, so we're just going to have to deal with that. If I really want to, I can see about getting Nightingale over to deal with the blue loot token. So the blue loot token has a nice little thing down there, but it will spawn an enemy. And to be honest, she's probably the best one to deal with said enemy anyway. So for right now, let's just go ahead and do Precise Strike. I'm just trying to think here. How can we make this work? I can take a step here, then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then go 7, 8 to there. It will definitely be a lot easier to deal with the monster that spawns with Nightingale as opposed to anyone else. And then let Justice do her thing. Also, Justice doesn't really have high presence. We have to do, what, a 12? Yeah, that's kind of asking a lot from her. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to be the plan then. We'll do Penumbra Architect for 1 step. And then I'm going to spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go 5, 6 to here with a jump. That's good. Okay, so we're at 6. I'm going to go ahead and spend another stamina to keep going a little bit. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. All right. So next, I'm going to go ahead and do Precise Strike here. I have moved, so no modifiers, but shooting into this spot here, it is within my SOI, so I can ignore the hindering space I'm shooting into, so no minuses. All right, so no modifiers, let's fire. Okay, so 18. I'm targeting Cassithis, as always. So 18 versus 13, so 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do the Precise Strike damage separate, so we're at 7 physical right now. 8, 9, 10. 13, 16, 19, 22. So 22 gets halved down to 11. We have 2 magic, which is going to get halved down to 1. So that's going to be 12. And then the irreducible will bring it up to 5, so 17 in total. So that'll be 66 here. Okay. I can quick blow off of this, so I will. I might as well just shoot as much as I can while I still can. I'll re-roll the 3. And then I'll kill the messenger of the 4. So 17, so 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 halves to 6, and then the 2 magic halves to 1. So that'll be 7 damage in total. I could use black arrows to negate the resistance, but I'd rather just wait for the wilt. Not going to worry about the masterwork. I'm going to spend 1 stamina to activate Like the Shadows, to move 2 spaces down this way. This is elevation 3 from 4, so we should be fine on that. Essentially, the key thing here was to get myself 2 spaces away from this, because if Cassithus becomes active, even with the root, he could unburrow and hit people within 2 range. Yeah. Oh, actually, it doesn't even do. Actually, it doesn't attack at all. Never mind. Either way, it's still fine to go ahead and keep myself away from this thing. If Alana moves away from Nightingale, that'll save me a skill check. Okay, Ghost of Justice. Justice will heal for 1 for Nirvana's Mark. I'm going to go ahead and flip the Hasten Core to give her self-haste. And then we'll see about getting some work done here. So we'll spend 2 to do Bring the Shadows. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to there. And we'll use the wand with this. No empower. All right, 14. We'll start with Alana. Okay, she passed. I'm more concerned about Cassithus, so I'll go ahead and have him roll next. 13, I do hit him. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I do have a MP3 player, but I have to decide the reroll on the spot. Let's go ahead and roll the casting die. It's going to be 3. It's going to do a whole 1 damage to this guy. But that is enough to trigger Ring of Blood and heal for 2. But more importantly, this does inflict darkness onto Cassithus. Okay. Also, it looks like it ate its dice. I'll pull a green out for it. And a black here, since its attack dice are incorrect. Alright. I have 1 stamina remaining. I'll go ahead and do... Actually, I'm just going to wait for this round. Okay. That's end of round. Let's go ahead and start the next one. Alright, so it's going to go Alana first. Or Alana will go before Cassithus. So, most important thing right now is if Alana gets underneath somebody, we'll have to get them out of there, or Cassithus will unburrow. We'll start with Justice. She's going to get 4 stamina thanks to haste. And we'll go ahead and get to work here. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 stamina to do Life Grasp. I am going to go ahead and empower it. Alright, 14. I will take 6 damage to make it 20. 16, she'll take 4 damage, which halves to 2. And you take 13, it'll be 13, so it'll be 7, so he'll take 3. Every little helps. I'll use Ring of Blood to heal for 2, and then I'll spend 2 to go ahead and go forward and back, essentially. And I'll use the wand with this. And I'll go ahead and empower it. Okay, I will use the Wand of Hindsight, the reroll the 4. I'll use the Magical Leather Dress, the reroll the 5. There we go. So that is a total of 19 on both of these targets. So 19 fails it this time, and then for you, also fails it. So we'll roll the casting die. I could reroll with an intervention. I don't really care. We'll just do 1 damage to both of them. Really, all I cared about was the darkness. Not that it really matters for Alana. All it really would affect is her counterattack. Alright, that is it for Justice. Goes to Nightingale. So... yeah, we still have SOI, so this isn't going to break anything. Okay. So we'll get 4 stamina for haste. We are technically on different elevations here, so I am going to go ahead and just do a Architect to move back 1 step up, and then shoot from here. And I do plan on moving, so I'm not going to get the +1 here. So, oh, I did make a mistake last time. Precise Strike should have cost me a stamina. Easiest solution for that would be just to use Ambitious. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So technically I should have had 1 more stamina on you, and then stamina for everyone else. So I should have been still up 1 stamina, and then of course the 4 stamina from this. So apologies for that. I'm not going to worry about checking if that's all correct. It should be fine. So yeah, Precise Strike will cost me a stamina. I'll go ahead and empower it. Alright, I'll reroll the 5. I'll just intervention. That's much better. Alright, 15, so I'll do Masterwork. So that's going to be 16. So I hit by 3, so unfortunately I'm not going to trigger the irreducible here. So we're at 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 16, 19. So it gets half down to 10, and then we'll do 1 magic damage, so 11 in total. Okay. Sure, I'll quick blow while I'm up here. 17, so it's going to be 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, halves down to 6, and then +1 for the magic, so 7 in total. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should break me Yeah, that gets me just out of SOI. So I'll go ahead and make the skill check. 5 plus 6 is 11. It's actually a failure. Okay, immediately ends. So I'll go ahead and have it end here. That's fine. Not a huge deal. Goes to Zeke. Zeke is hasted, not that it matters much. Go ahead and refresh all of this. Do I have line of sight? Probably do. Yes, I have line of sight here. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and get that Nemesis active. I'll put it on Cassithus. I'm going to spend a stamina to go ahead and give himself intervention. And then I'll spend a stamina to activate Exalted Summoning. We'll use Low and Paladin. Okay, 3. So I'm going to go ahead and apply Wilt to both of them. So yeah, Wilt to both of them. What else can I do? Darkness is already applied. So I did Wilt to both of them. I have one more buff I can give out if I want to give out a buff. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're out of my range. I guess I could save Rook the trouble and just put up poison. So I think that's going to be the plan. Start getting the damage going on Alana. Okay. Other than that, we're all spread out, so that's good. But it's going to end up going after Justice. That's going to probably be the situation. And we have no way of rooting it. So it is what it is. I will spend a stamina to do Banish Knowledge. If I had a target, which I don't. Saphira's too far away. Okay. What else can we do? Fragor's not going to do much here. Waterloo is actually kind of funny, just simply because we can actually put enough water around these things to keep it from burrowing, but that's kind of more trouble than it's worth. Disease doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think I'm... I guess I could run up and just start hitting the guy, but that's kind of annoying, to be honest, but I don't think I have any other options. So yeah, I'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just go 5 to here. Yeah, Cassius might get some hits in, but that's fine, to be honest. So yeah, we'll move up and then make an attack. So Soul Carver. Cool. I'll use Intervention to reroll. Alright, 16. I'm targeting Cassithus. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 with the Tristram Spirit. and I'll use the Wilt to bypass the resistance. It'll be 10 damage in total. Oh, and +2 for Nemesis. Alright. This guy's immune to Condemned, so it doesn't matter. Okie dokie. So that's it on that front. Goes to Alana. She is first, we'll do poison damage. 6. And then she can move 7. Now she'll try to get burrowed underneath as many opponents as possible, which there's only one possible target for each of them. So it's going to be based off initiative, I feel like. So it's going to be going this way and hitting Justice, unfortunately. Not much we can do about that. She's going to go ahead and do a cast. 12 in total. I actually passed. Okay. It's not going to save her once she gets hit by Cassithus, but that's okay. One thing at a time. Alright, so that's it for Alana. Goes to Zephyr, who's at least in attack range. So we get 3 stamina. I will spend... Do I want to risk trying to hit Alana? He would definitely hit the hardest. But I think I'd rather get rid of Cassithus as soon as possible at this point. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do Blade of Babylon. We need a blue die, a green, and a black. And we'll see what we can make happen here. I'll use his ability to reroll all of it. I guess actually, yeah, I could attack Alana without any issues because she can't counter while she's burrowed. But I really just want to get rid of Cassithus. Alana's honestly not that dangerous at this point. 13 versus 13 is a hit, so that's good. We'll, of course, use the Wilt to bypass resistances. I am going to go ahead and add an additional green die of damage. So we'll use this one. So 5 extra damage, so we're at 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 from Nemesis, so 13 in total as we bypass resistance. So there we go. Then I will spend 2 more stamina to attack normally without Blade of Babylon. So the reason why I was considering attacking Alana is because she has a casting die, so we can actually use the Mage Breaker. But with how he rolls, it's probably for the best. Yeah, like I said. He's got 1 stamina remaining, but I don't think it matters. You know what? I'll go ahead and play it safe. I'll spend the last stamina to use a heal token on Justice and have her heal to full. Okay. Goes to Jazara. He's going to go to full stamina and then spend 3 to go ahead and attempt to do the Abyss Reaching Back. 11. 12. Resisted it again, but that's okay. Again. I'm going to go ahead and use the MP3 player and force a reroll. Oh, it actually worked. Alright, do damage to yourself. There's no reason for me to roll that black die, but 13, 15 because of Nemesis, and I'll bypass with Wilt, so that'll be... that much. Okay. Root's already been applied, which is fine. And not much else I can really do right now. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting about the obligation to infatuation. But I haven't cast any spells on the target yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I think I forgot about that last time. I always do. So it goes to Rook. He's going to heal for 1. He is hasted, so he gets 4 stamina. We already have poison applied. Yeah, that's all done. Okay. So, we are right here. Not much we can do besides just start blasting, I think. We can go ahead and give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can target Zephyr with a haste. I believe Justice is out of line of sight. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and give an intervention token to Jazara. And then all my stamina is just going to go towards casting Card Stifles. So the first one, I'll empower it, even though it's risky. 12. I'm targeting cast this, as always. Fails it. I'm currently at 5 armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I'm at 5 armor, so it's going to do 10, 12, and I'll bypass with Wilt, so no resistances. Alright. And then the second one, no empower. 12 again. Alright, and another 12 damage. Not bad. Okay. Almost halfway through Cassithus. Speaking of, we'll go ahead and roll for poison damage. 5 damage. It's going to try to move, but it can't because of rooted. We'll go ahead and remove that now. And then it's going to unburrow and displace. Roll for crush damage, 7. And now it's going to attack. We'll start with Zephyr. Zephyr cannot evade, even if he had stamina. Okay, attack misses because of Skull. I don't have any way of free countering. Then it's going to attack Justice. Justice, I'll dodge. Alright, 13. Good luck. True, that's a number. Alright, so -1 because of darkness. So 17. It's going to do 4 base. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll do 7 damage in total. And then it's going to heal. 1, 2, 3. It's going to heal 3 damage. And then it's going to do knockback at force 14. So I have to roll all of that. Okay, I definitely fail it. I get pushed back X, where X was equal to damage dealt, so 7. So 1, 2, and then I take 5 as I slam against the board edge. And I also... Oh, that's it. Yeah, this is just the knockback. It doesn't do wilt. Okay, well that hurt a lot. She has a whopping 3 health left. We do have someone that can raise, so that's a good news. And Zephyr didn't get hit, so that's also good. Alright, that is everybody, so end of round. Okay, Cassithus is going to be going pretty much first, unless we do something about it. Am I that worried about it? To be up to reach 2 as many opponents as possible. It would go 1, 2, 3. I mean, the good news is it won't go for justice because it's going to go for more targets. So I think I'm okay with letting it letting it ride for now. Alright, Nightingale, get 4 stamina back. You're not an SOI anymore, so you can do whatever the hell you want. I'll spend a stamina to move and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and do a re-equip for black arrows. And I'll go ahead and loot this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and loot the blue loot token. You see something amongst the rubble left in Alana's wake. Gain 1 random non-consumable uncommon item. Unfortunately, creatures from inside the library spot you as you go to grab it. Spawn 1 gatekeeper on the southeast corner of tile UM40. Then place 6 poppets on 6 unoccupied spaces as close as possible to the gatekeeper. Okay, so random non-consumable item is essentially all of this. Okay. Hit shuffle once. I'm pretty sure it doesn't include the the uniques. That's how I always played it. So, all right, got one of the missing relics, the wrist crossbow. You can make a free ranged attack once per encounter, and if you roll a burst with it, you could potentially make it an exhaust for that attack. It also only uses shields. It's not really. It's a free attack. I guess the attack by itself is, like I said, it's not very powerful. Because, well, I mean, it's not too bad. Like I said, shields still. It's essentially the equivalent of this bow minus the magic damage. The thing that's nice about it though is if you are playing with quick blow, it is an attack, so you can just quick blow off it and use your better weapon afterwards. I'm just gonna pile all of this over here. I could hit sorts, but I think that's gonna mix in everything, and I don't think we need that. Also, the swallow needs to go away. Yeah, I'll reorganize this later. I'm just not sure if the scripting's gonna work or not. This will get thrown in the stash, and then we spawn a gatekeeper, who is also known as a keeper of gates. All right, get you out. Add you to the initiative track. I believe it was what, southeast, yeah, southeast corner, and then we get a bunch of poppets. Where are my poppets? There they are. So, no, it says unoccupied spaces, so it would be like this. Okay. So we got that going for us. All right, Nightingale is going to go ahead and spend a stamina to do Precise Strike. No in power. And I'm going to start blasting. I have moved, so no modifiers. 13's a hit. I'm going to reroll the 5 and hope for the best. That is 15. And I can make it 16 with the masterwork. So there you go. 16 versus 12 is 4 base. 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Black arrows to ignore the resistance. So that's 16 damage to the gatekeeper. Okay. I'm actually going to take back 2 damage. so I can take a step, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to do Murder Circus. And I'll roll all 6 dice on the same target. That is a total of 14 minus 2 is 12, so it does 12 damage. And then I'll use the Architect to move back 1 more step. Okay. And that's going to be it. I do have Badman's Book of Baddies, but I'm going to wait on that. Alright. Goes to Gatekeeper. And then it's going to start blasting. Just a standard casting die here. It's not going to... Yeah, I can't get far enough to do much here, so it's just going to go blasting me. So, casting die, 12. Alright, we resist. 15. Okay. Goes to Cassithus. Roll for poison first. 1 damage. Alright. So it's going to move to be up to reach 2 to as many opponents as possible. It has 4 movement. It doesn't have root anymore. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. So this, yeah, I think this is the most, and I think that's the best initiatives too. This does provoke an attack opportunity, but I'll make sure that's correct. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any weird keywords. I'm pretty sure Colossal does not care about that. Hulking is just for knockback. Or movement in general. Has Crush, but I don't think Crush affects anything on this front. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so yeah, it's going to provoke an attack opportunity from Zephyr, and from what I can tell here, it's not, I could just attack normally, so I'll attack. 15 does hit. So this will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The wilt's going to be doing damage because it's not burrowed. So I'll put it at 375. Not bad. Everything else, nothing to worry about. Okay, so it's going to move to here and then make an attack on each of these guys. We'll start in initiative order, so we'll go with Zeke. I could make him untargetable. But if I did that... Oh, it's at any time. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just flip this so I don't get attacked. Okay. And then it's going to get... Jazara can't evade, so it's just going to roll. 15 minus 1 is 14. So it'll be 1 base. 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 6 armor, so it takes 0. It's going to heal for 2. And then it's going to attempt to inflict wilt at force 14. So we got all that going for us. Also, I need to give priority token to Cassithus because of obligation to infatuation. I believe it should. I think Rook went after Jazara, so I don't think it had any influence otherwise. All right. So his force, yeah, force 14 wilt. Fails, I'm going to get wilted. That's fine. Okay. Then continue down, it's going to burrow. Oh, sorry, I need to attack Saphir as well. Saphir. No dodge. Attack misses. You are the safest Saphir I've ever seen. Okay, goes to Zeke. Now it's targetable again. Okay, yeah, there's no way to possibly do a provoke 2 there. Okay, 4 stamina for haste. And who needs stuff? I'll give Rook an intervention. And then I'm going to... I think I'm just going to start swinging at this guy. I'm already here. So yeah, I'll just swing away. So 2 attacks. Empowered because of Soul Carver. First attack misses. And then second attack, much better. Alright, I wish I had given this thing otherworldly, but that's okay. 18 versus 13, so 5 base. 6, 7, 8. 11, 14, 16, and then we'll use Wilt to bypass the resistances. So 16 damage. Alright, and that is all my attacks. I could have maybe considered doing Dynamite, but honestly, I'm kind of okay with just holding on to the Dynamite for now. Goes to Rook. Rook will heal for 1. And get 4 stamina. I can have him move to try to start helping Justice out. Let's go ahead and do Through the Gates. I'm going to go ahead and do 3 damage to himself to go ahead and do Gaze into the Abyss and give Barrier to himself. Alright. Let me verify this. Okay, this is, as far as I know, I think these are not disciplines. That's something I didn't even consider. I don't think these are disciplines, but I can check real quick. Yeah, these are just abilities. They are not disciplines. So that's good. Because I definitely made that mistake many times already. Yeah, it specifically says disciplines. Okay. So I can go, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend 2 stamina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go here. I'll go ahead and spend a stamina to use my heal token to heal Justice a little bit. And I'll give Zeke an intervention. And that'll probably be it for this round. Yeah, I'm okay with... yeah, Jazara having Wilt for a round is probably okay. Okay, so that's it for Rook. Goes to Justice. She'll heal for 1. Alright. gain 4 stamina. Okay, I can't get in range of the Gatekeeper, unfortunately, but that's okay. So I'll spend 2 to go ahead and do Burning the Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I was in Muck. Muck is going to do some stuff. I believe it just makes it cost an extra... Yeah, cost 1 more stamina. That's fine. So extra stamina. We had 16 movement, so I would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, yeah, I did a scenic route with my previous routing. Okay, let's go ahead, and I'm still within SOI. I was outside of SOI, but there was no place for her to hide anyway. So I'll go ahead and use the wand. You know what? Sure, I'll unpower. Perfect. 18. Fails. And fails. Okay, so roll casting die. I will re-roll with a Wand of Hindsight. That's better. 7. I'll use the Wilt to bypass the resistance, so 7 damage in total. Nemesis does do extra damage with spells, so that 7 is going to become a 9, and then the Wilt will bypass everything else. So 398. Alright. I will use Ring of Blood to heal for 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend my last stamina on a Life Grasp. No Empower. We'll just roll, see what we get. Not much. Alright. I'm pretty sure you're just going to resist. You do. You do as well. I'm not going to worry about forcing rerolls there. I do have a juice box if I need it, but I think I'm okay right now. Alright. Goes to Zephyr. Zephyr is going to go 4 stamina thanks to haste. Spend 1 and then attack. That's going to be the plan here. So 1, 2, 3. Alright. Do I hack away at Cassithus or start softening up Alana? Honestly, I think I still want to go for Cassithus. 17. I will get the extra green and physical damage. But let's make sure that's right. 17, 13. Yeah, it's... Actually... Yeah, it's still better to do this. Okay. Yep, definitely with that roll. Alright, so 17 in total. So it's going to be 13, so 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 22, and then bypass with Wilt. So 22 is going to be 420. Fantastic work, Zephyr. I have 1 stamina remaining. Don't really care about any of that, though. I'm not in range to use a heal token on you, so that's fine. Okay. Goes to Jazara. Give me a second. All right, I was just second guessing myself. Okay, so I had 2 stamina go up to 5. That was because I didn't empower last time. We're going to go ahead and do the Abyss reaching back. We will empower it this time, so 4 stamina. And of course, we're targeting both of them. 16. Start with Alana. Okay, and then Cassithus. Perfect. Okay, this time we actually have Will to work with. Also, we can inflict Rooted on both of them, which is going to help us out a lot. Alright, so damage. 4. I'll use the Will to bypass the resistance, so just 8 in total. And then over here, I'm going to keep rolling the Empower anyway. 14. 16 thanks to Nemesis, and then Wilt will deal the resistance. So 16 in total. Alright, and that leaves me with 1 stamina remaining. I will use that stamina to move. Oh, also, technically I had +1 force on the spell because of the priority token. Didn't matter in this case, though. 1, 2. So we're just going to there, just to have a little bit of benefits of positioning. Alright, that was Jazara, goes to Alana. Start with poison. 7. And then Rooted's going to keep her from moving at all. And she's not underneath anyone, so she's not going to do anything. Alright, new round. Okay, Nightingale goes first, that's great. Rooted is gone on. Alana goes to Cassithus. Cassithus will take poison damage. Takes 2. Rooted will keep it from moving, and that'll be it. It's not underneath anybody, so it's not going to attack. Or unburrow, rather. Goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get 4 stamina. I'm going to go ahead and do Precise Strike. This will cost me a stamina. I'm not going to Empower, we're just going to shoot. I'm not moving, or not taking a move action, so I'll have +1 to this. Alright, I'll use Kill the Messenger. Oh my god, I keep forgetting. Kill the Messenger also costs stamina. How many times have I used it? One moment. Alright, it looks like I looked over the footage. I may have miscounted, but I think I only used the Kill the Messenger once on Cassithus, and that was it. So technically, I'm just going to use a Bottle Blessing. That'll give me the 1 stamina that's at large. And just resolve it that way. Anyway, so Precise Strike and Kill the Messenger. So that brings me down to 2 stamina. Yeah, that's the only issue I kind of have with this fight, besides it just kind of being very long because of the amount of HP you pump through. Is just Gloomy Domain is just really hard to keep up with. But we're up to 18, 19 because we haven't moved. This is versus a Gatekeeper 12 defense, so that is 7, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 25, and I can use Black Arrows, and that's going to do 24 damage, which is definitely more than enough to kill this thing. Even with the 5 armor, it's only going to matter for 1. So yeah, I definitely kill it. Gatekeeper's dead. Draw a loot card. 10 gold. Okay. Poppets do stay on the board, which is fine. Technically, I did overkill, so I'm just going to use 2 of the books to move 1 step. Oh, actually, that'll provoke. So yeah, I think last round I should have went in the other opposite order. I should have done Architect first and then shoot and then move with the steps from this. I'll just say I did that just to avoid that nonsense. Speaking of, I'll use... I mean, it does, what, 1 magic for poppets? I mean, I'm not that worried about it. You know what? Fine, I'll just not move. It's fine. And then I'll just use the Architect and spend a stamina with that to move 2 spaces. Okay, so that's all resolved. Sorry for the mess. Like I said, this is a lot to keep up with. We go to Zephyr. Zephyr is going to get 4 stamina. We'll spend 2 to go ahead and do another Blade of Babylon. We'll target Cassithus. 16, and then I'll use this as well. Alright, so we're at 16 versus 13, so 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 18, and bypass resistance. So 18 damage in total. So it puts it at 456. Okay. I have 2 stamina. I have 3 stamina remaining. I'll go ahead and swing again. Holy crap! 19 versus. I keep checking the defense because I never remember. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 19, 21. I have never seen Zephyr do this well in my playthroughs. Like, he usually just always misses. And then gets wailed on because he can't dodge. But yeah, this is going really, really well. By the way, the priority only matters for Jazara, not for anyone else. Goes to the Rook. Rook will heal for 1 and then get 4 stamina because he is hasted. I do have line of sight of Jazara. I don't think I need to worry about Wilt that badly, but I think I should get rid of it now. So I'll spend 2 to use Sylvia's bag and remove an effect from an ally. So I'll remove Wilt. Okay. Next, I will go ahead and give Intervention. Is there anyone that actually needs it? I'll give it to Zephyr. Okay. Then I'll spend 2 stamina to do Courage Stifle. I have 6 armor now thanks to Barrier. And I will go ahead and Empower. I'm still targeting Cassithus. 17. 16. So actually, just make sure the math is right. 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 2 books is 17. Yep, fails it just barely. So 12 damage from armor, plus 2 from Nemesis, and then Wilt bypasses the rest of the nonsense. So 14 in total. Yeah, having a way of getting bypassing resistances, either with Wilt or Black Arrows or whatever, definitely makes this fight a lot more tolerable. Otherwise, you're looking at like a 3-hour fight, or maybe even longer. I definitely have done fights where I had to punch through all of its resistances, or hope it unburrows at some point. Okay, so that was Rook. I have 1 stamina remaining. I'm just going to hold on to it. I'm in pretty good shape at the moment. Goes to Zeke. Zeke is hasted, so 4 stamina. And I'm going to just keep on swinging. Does anyone... You're too far away. Yeah, I'm gonna keep swinging. Sure, I'll pop a intervention for this one. Nope. All right, and then second attack. Big nope. All right. That's it for Zeke. Goes to Justice. She's going to heal for 1. Get 4 stamina. What's also speeding this up a lot is the changes to Wilt. And I think Nemesis originally only worked on attacks. So yeah, all around this has been pretty helpful. I'm going to spend 2 stamina to go ahead and do Bring the Shadows. So same idea. I'm going to hit 2 tiles, move back, and then do Life Grasp after the fact. I will go ahead and empower this, and we'll use the wand with it. 15 in total. Okay, and then for you. Okay, both of them got hit. Casting die. 7. So it's going to do 9 to cast this. So we're at 500. And just a 7 to Alana. Yeah, doing this Alana damage is actually going to help out too, just kind of so we can blitz in the end. I'll go ahead and do Life Grass. Oh, I'll heal for 2 first. And then I'll do Life Grass. I'm not going to bolster it or anything like that. 11 in total. Passes. Passes. Okay. I'm going to let her recover before I start trying to do any big numbers again. Goes to Jazara. 4 stamina. I'm going to go ahead and spend all 4. And do a the Abyss Reaching Back. Okay. So this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 18 in total. 19 in total for Castethis. So 18 for Alana. Fails. And then I don't even think you can pass. Nope. Alright. So we'll go ahead and do damage. 9 damage. And then for you will be 14 damage. This is the first time I fought this boss with Jazara, and I have to say it definitely makes a difference. I don't think I tried. I think the only other promo summons I used in a playthrough prior to this one was like the first batch of the Lupitaria, or whatever it's called, the Valentine stuff. So I had like Judge's Daughter and Tixie and Toxie and them. They weren't as effective, but that was also because it was old summon rules. Anyway, rooted on both of them, which is important. This is good. Like, this is actually, like, we kind of broke the AI here. Like I said, this was not designed with rooted in mind. But it's hilarious, and I'm all for it. I like what I'm seeing here. Oddly enough, they become more dangerous when they're not burrowed, because then they can at least attack me. So yeah, it goes to Alana. She's going to hurt herself from poison for 6, and rooted will wear off. All right, new round. All right, Castethis. He's also going to take some poison damage. Takes 7. Putting it 521. Can't move. We'll just sit there. Alana will be able to move this round, though, which is fine. We just need to keep that in mind. It's going to favor going for Zephyr, which, you know what, I'm okay with. All right. Speaking of, let's go to Zephyr. We'll start with the Blade of Babylon. 13 is a hit. It's not a lot, though. I'll go ahead and just do the extra green damage. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'll do a regular hit. It's a miss. I'll use the Zeal of Drive, or Zealot Drive. Zeal of Drive. I'll use Intervention to reroll all of it. 14's a hit, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Getting there. Alright, I could spend a stamina to move, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just go into hindering terrain. That'll be the plan. Alright. Goes to Rook. He's going to heal for 1 and then get 4 stamina. Alright. At this point, it's just spamming spells, I think. I will go ahead and give Intervention to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're definitely too far away. Alright, I'll give it to Zephyr. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, card Stifle twice. First one will be empowered. 11. Alright, definitely resist it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Soothsay MP3 player to force a reroll. So close. Alright. And then the second one, no empower. 10. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and Intervention. Alright, 14. Okay, I'll do 12 damage. Yep, 12 damage. Wait, 14 damage. Yeah, I'm at 6 armor, so 12, then 14, and then bypass resistance. So yeah, 14 damage. Okay. And then I will spend a stamina to go ahead and... Oh, I've already given someone else Intervention. I'll go ahead and do Through the Gates. And do 4 damage to himself to reapply Intervention. There you go. Alright, goes to... Zeke. 4 stamina, and I'm going to go ahead and give... Guess no one really needs Intervention right now. So yeah, I'm just going to attack twice. It is a miss, unfortunately. Also, I think I forgot my opportunity to throw knives earlier, but that's okay. I can always... I might just save those for Alana. Second attack. And that's how Zeke usually rolls. Alright, goes to Alana. Poison damage first. 6. Not bad on the poison damage. Movement. 1. That is hilarious. Okay, I guess this way. Sure. Alright. Goes to Nightingale. 4 stamina. I might just save the Bad Man's Book of Baddies at this point. I'll spend a stamina to move. Unless I can get in range. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do that. Yeah, you know what? It's still going to cost me a stamina regardless, but I'm going to go Architect for 2 spaces. And then like the Shadows for 1 stamina as well to get to here. And that puts me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So I'll go ahead and start shooting. So +1, -1 because I'm shooting through hindering. This will cost me a stamina as well, because everything does. Actually, before I do that, I am going to do a re-equip. And you know what? We'll tag in Doombreak at this point. I probably should have done that a while ago. I should have did that with the first re-equip. Actually, no, I didn't re-equip earlier. All right. So yeah, I was at 5 stamina, 2 for the movements, 2 for the movement abilities, 1 for the precise strike, and then 1 for the re-equip. So yeah, we're spent 4 stamina so far, and yeah, a whole lot of nothing. I'll re-roll the 4. 13 does hit Cassithus. And yeah, we'll just hit Cassithus for yeah, I'll just hit Cassithus. So 13, so it'll be 0. Again, reminder, it's +1, -1 because I didn't take a move action. So yeah, base 0, 2 from shields, and then 5 and 8 because they don't have armor. 10 from Nemesis, and then Wilt. And then I will quick blow off of this. 15, so 2. I'll do Masterwork to make it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 from Nemesis. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a stamina with the Doombreak and see if it flips. It does not. Okay. Yeah, that would have saved me some bottle blessings if I were... It would have saved me a bottle blessing at least, and a lot of headache. Alright, goes to Jazara for stamina. Spend all of it to go ahead and do an empowered the Abyss reaching back. Uh, 13. 14 on Cassithus. 12, 13. Yep, so it fails. And then for you, you pass, and I unfortunately don't have a way of forcing it to reroll, so that's okay. Alright, so just Alana. Alana will take 10 and get rooted. Get rooted, nerd. Alright, goes to Justice. Heal for 1. Same plan as before, just go through, hit twice, and then do the other stuff. So we'll spend 2 for the Bring the Shadows. I will empower. 16. Fails. And fails just barely. Okay, casting die. 7. So it's going to do 7 to Alana. And 9 to Cassithus. Yay for Nemesis. And then I will heal for 2 with Ring of Blood. And then I will go ahead and go all ham on some more nonsense. So I'll do Life Grasp, targeting both of them. I'll re-roll with a Magical Leather Dress. 14. That's fine, I'll let her resist. Okay, so 10 versus 14, so 4, and then 6 for Nemesis. That's mainly the reason why I've been doing Life Grasp, is it can still guarantee do some damage thanks to Wilt, even if I roll really low. But yeah, Alana is actually almost to that 200 mark, or 201 mark, and so she's going to be angrier soon. So that's the end of the round. New round. Unfortunately, Cassithus does get an action first, unless I stop him. Is it worth a pager? I do like this lockdown strategy we got going here. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pager it. We have tons of money. This is worth doing a pager for. So we'll do Cathesis will be at the end, which is perfect because Alana will end up taking her action and not doing anything. All right, so push Cathesis to the back of the thing. My pronunciation is failing me. 4 stamina. Anyone need You're still not in line of sight. Well, I have to move anyway, so yeah, I'll spend 1 stamina to move. We'll go here for now, I guess. And then I will spend 2 to attack. 14 is a hit, so 1 base. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Nemesis, so 7 damage to cast this. Okay. And then I am going to go ahead and do Intervention on Nightingale, because I should have line of sight now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I do. Here you go, Nightingale. And that leaves me with 1 stamina, which I'm kind of okay with holding on to for now. Okay. Goes to Justice. She'll heal for 1. Gain 4 stamina, do her thing. Do that thing. I'm not going to bother moving it, you get the idea. I will empower just like I did before. Yes, I did. Alright, that's not too shabby. I'll re-roll the... Actually, I don't need to. This will be 15. Yeah, 15's good enough. It's good enough for that. And then... Yeah, I'll roll the casting die. 9, which will be 11 to cast at this. Well, it's good to like realize what the promo cards can do, and having access to some of the later later act status effects can do to Act 1 here. Definitely don't mind it. It's just I'm just surprised of how effective this is in some cases. I'm gonna go ahead and do Life Grasp. I heal for 2 from Ring of Blood. Roll the casting die. I will go ahead and take the additional 6. Yeah, puts me at 7. So that is 21. So that's going to be 10. That's going to be 8, 10, so 10 damage in total as well. Yeah, nice work. Definitely nice when people, when you have characters that do support roles like Zeke here, because applying Wilt is definitely saving us a lot of trouble. I've said it a million times, and I'm gonna keep saying it, because I've been in so many groups where they never play supports. So yeah, I'll spend 4 stamina and just blast away with Jazara. Empowered as before. 14, 15 on Cassithus. That's 15 on you. I'm fine with that being resisted. Okay. Attack dice. 13. This will be 31, and then you're rooted. Okay. Nothing else of note there. Goes to Zephyr. 4 stamina on exhausted stuff. Well, he's actually been safe, so I'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, like that. And then I'll do the Blade of Babylon. That is 17, so 4. Let's go ahead and do the extra green die of damage. Okay, so we're at 4, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 23, so 23 in total. I'm wondering if there's like rules for burrowing that haven't been introduced and that will make rooted not as effective against it. But I mean, that's kind of a really weird edge case to focus on because there's not that many burrowing enemies. Like I said, if you're not playing with any extra bounties or anything like that, you're just playing with the box, the base Act 1 box. Cast of this is the only burrowing monster. Okie dokie. So, yeah, that was it for that. Don't need to reroll. Did a billion damage. Perfect. Okay, Ghost of Nightingale. Alright, Nightingale, get 4 stamina. Alright. It's going to be a little risky what I'm about to do, but I do want to get closer so I can maximize my damage. So, Architect. We'll move a step closer. And then I think I'm just going to shoot from here. So still at -1/+1, but I'm going to gradually inch my way forward until I see the opportunity. So Precise Strike, this will cost us stamina. No Empower, we're just going to murder. Alright, I'll spend a stamina to do Kill the Messenger, maximize that roll, so 18, so it'll be 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29, 31. Okay, I will quick blow off of that. It misses, that's fine. I'll go ahead and do Doom Break. Okay, I'll spend 2 stamina to shoot again. 15, so 2. I'll do Masterwork to make it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll quick blow off of it. 13 is barely a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. The last 2 numbers from the Nemesis, of course. Okay. We are on the board. Okay. Nothing else I want to mess with. Haven't needed to use Overwatch at all. Alright, goes to Rook. He's going to heal for 1, get 4 stamina. Who needs intervention right now? We'll give intervention to Zeke. And then we're going to go ahead and start blasting this thing. Yeah, I'll go ahead and blast away. Alright, Empower on the first one. 12 in total. Oh, sorry, wrong. That is the wrong dice, sorry. I'm targeting cast at this. I'm so used to the AoEs at this point. Alright, I do hit, so it's going to be 12, 14. Alright, and then another cast, no Empower. 14. Fails again, so another 14 damage. Yeah, Nemesis is great, but it's not worth a tier 4 martial discipline. But as a core, from getting it from a core is definitely worthwhile. I am going to go ahead and spend a stamina to move. Since he's burrowed, he doesn't provoke any attacks. I'm just going to go 1, 2. I guess I should just stay here, to be honest. Yeah, I'm kind of... Well, I do kind of want to move. It's just there's not very many good places to move. We'll go down to here for now. It does block my line of sight of Nightingale, but that's fine. Okay. So yeah, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just enough movement. Alright, goes to Alana. She's going to take poison. 2 damage, and then Root wears off. And then Cast of this will go, takes poison damage. Takes 5. Root wears off. Alright, new round. Yeah, we deserve this. Alright, poison damage to Alana. 7 damage. Movement. 7. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, it's gonna go for Severe. Because he's the highest on the initiative track. She's gonna do her casting. 6, so 12. I have a teal and a green. I'll re-roll using Zealot Drive. That's still a fail. Alright, so it's going to do Darkness and a Purple of Magic. It's going to do half because he is resistant to magic damage, but he is going to get Darkness. Not that he ever dodges. But this does affect his accuracy. Alright, then it goes to Cassithus, who will take some damage. 7. We almost locked him down for the entirety of his health bar, but he's going to get a second swing off, and there's not much we can do about it. So he moves to be underneath as many opponents as possible. He's not going to end up moving, so I'm not going to bother rolling for movement. So we're just going to unburrow and do the nonsense. We'll have Zephyr go to here. He's going to take a purple of Irreducible. He takes 6. And now this guy's going to attack everybody. Zeke is exposed at this point, which is fine. We'll go in order. We'll start with Zephyr. He can't dodge. So it's just going to be a raw attack. 13 minus 1 is 12 because of Darkness. He has 13 defense, so it misses. Yeah, because Darkness is minus 1 attack now, not defense. Next will be Rook. Rook has no means of dodging, so we're just going to go straight into this. That's a number. So 19 versus 12, oh sorry, 18 versus 12, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17. I can reduce it by 4, bring it down to, or sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So it was 18, sorry, it was 18 versus 12, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 17. Yeah, 17. I have 6 armor, so it goes down to 11, and then I can reduce it by 4, so it does 7. And then it's going to do the follow-up, but I can counter even if I've been dealt damage. So I'm going to counter using the first piece of the Pontifex. And do Courage Stifle back at it. Yeah, I can just let it go. As long as I attempt the counter, it stops the other stuff. So it resists the spell, but that's completely fine. But it doesn't do the knockback now. Not that it really matters too much. It would have only pushed 2 spaces, which at most would have done 1 damage. But that did hurt a lot. We deserved it. I'm definitely not going to deny that much. And then the last one that needs to be hit is Zeke. Zeke does have a stamina to go ahead and dodge with, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. I can't reroll. Oh, I have an intervention. I'll reroll with the intervention. Okay, so 13 defense. Okay, it misses with an 11. I don't have a way of countering, so that is it. Okay. So yeah, that was burrowing out and attacking, so that takes care of that part. Okay, cool. I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world if Rook got knocked out. I could just revive him with Severe, but that was still a little scary. So it goes to Zephyr next. He'll get some stamina. And we're just going to swing away. I do have -1 because of darkness, but there's not much I can do about that. But he apparently fights better blind. So 16 versus 13, so 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 16, 18. That'll be 61. Also, I forgot to do the I need to do the healing. I forgot that part. I don't need to worry about the healing on Rook. Oh, actually, the attack missed on both of them, I think. Yeah, it missed on Zephyr. Let me check. Yeah, it missed Zephyr and Zeke, and Rook countered, so no follow-up heal. Okay, cool. We're good on that front. We do still have stamina left, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 of it to take another swing. I will do Zealot Drive. I will do Intervention. 15, 14, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He is unburrowed, so I don't need to worry about resistance. I'm going to use the last stamina to use the last heal token to heal. I don't have line of sight of Rook. He'll heal himself for 6. Okay, goes to Rook. He's going to heal for 1. Gain 4 stamina. And I don't have line of sight of Zephyr, so that's not going to help me. I'm going to spend 2 stamina to blast this guy. I will go ahead and empower it because I do have intervention still. 12, 18. Yeah, good to go. It's going to do 12, 14, 16 damage. So 791. All right, one more spell cast. Yeah, I'll go for it. It's just 10. I'll just let it go. It fails. I'm gonna go ahead and force a reroll because I'm gonna be getting a refresh anyway. Okay, it still fails. That is it for Rook. Goes to Justice. She'll heal for 1. Get 4 stamina. And attempt to clean house here. So hit them both. Go back. All right, and empowered and using the wand of coiled fragments. I'll take it. So 16, 17 on just 16. So yeah, 16 fails, and over here also fails. All right, casting die. 8. So this will do 10 to Alana, and this is going to finish off Cassithus. All right, so when Cassithus is defeated, read the following text. The worm retches, spewing inky liquid in all directions before collapsing. It spatters in your eyes, blurring your vision. Through the awful goo, you notice a small object lying on the ground, vomited up with the dark liquid, despite being blind. All figures, except for Alana, within range 8, are inflicted with darkness. The adventurer who defeated him gains 1 random rare relic. So, first things first, we need to get the panpipes. Why are there 2 of these? Oh, this is probably... Oh, Dark Staff of the Divines from a promo card. That's right. Usually it says promo on the card when it has that. Alright, This is guitar. I think all I'm missing is the wands. Wand of manipulation. There it is. Yeah, everything else should be good. That's usually what we add, right? Yeah. Okay, so these will get added to here. I want to hit shuffle once and take the top. Okay. Lorelai's Tainted Gift has a free dodge on it, or free exhaust dodge, and then if you're dealt magic damage, roll a black die. If it's a skull, you reduce the damage to 0. Then if the source of the magic damage was from a spell, you deal 3 irreducible damage to the figure that cast the spell. Really handy, especially if you don't have any conviction. This will go into the stash. Alright, everyone within range 6, or range 8, sorry, which is just pretty much everybody. Everyone's going to get hit with darkness. Zeke is immune. Nightingale's immune. Justice is not. Neither is Jazara, which for Jazara it doesn't really matter because he never attacks. Rook's going to get hit. And Zephyr's going to get hit. Oh, you're already darkness. So not too bad. I am going to go ahead and check one thing, so let me BRB. Okay, so this was a combatant, so we did defeat it, so we should get a loot card. As far as I know, so we get 6 gold. 1193. Also, this is an achievement, Tough Wurm. I believe Tentacle Collector is impossible for us to get, because it's only on a certain encounter. I don't remember. It's been actually, no, I think you can get Tentacle Collector. I definitely know you can do Tortured Mortal. Alright. So Cassithus is gone, which is hilarious. So now Alana has no way of burrowing. And I think originally I treated her as if she can't move, but because she has a movement of an asterisk, but I'm assuming she shares the same movement as Cassithus, so she probably has 4 movement, which only really matters in situations where she gets the aggro token, which is probably not going to happen. Anyway, so we took care of Cassithus. Did I do the damage for Alana? Let me check. Yep, I did do the damage. Okay. I will go ahead and do Ring of Blood to heal for 2. And things are going to get messier now because Alana is going to start just exploding. But we do have we don't have to worry about confusing pheromones anymore. So we have that for us, but for one round at least, Justice is going to be stuck. We'll go ahead and do a Life Grasp. No Empower, just roll. I'll re-roll with the Magical Leather Dress. I'll re-roll with Wand of Hindsight. 13. And passes. I'm not going to worry about re-rolling. Okay. That was Justice goes to Zeke. Alright, Zeke is going to get 4 stamina. And now the fun begins. I'm going to go ahead and use the Adventurer Pack. And tag in these items. I will throw all of them. Just going to borrow these 3 purples. Do a whopping 7 damage. And then I'll do another tag. Another throw. 4 damage. Holy crap. I'm glad I didn't bother. I'm glad I didn't bother doing dynamite because that's what those dynamite rolls would have been. Okay, I don't want to risk attacking Alana, simply because I will miss and things will go bad when that happens. I'm not afflicted with darkness or anything, but that's not exactly reassuring. Anyone need an intervention? Zephyr does. Yeah, I'll give. What do you have? 13 defense? Yeah. I would love to murder you, but I think I'm going to just do the intervention here. Give it to Zephyr. Let's see. It doesn't cost any stamina for that. I'll spend a stamina to transform into a water loa. And I will spend 2 to go ahead and clear off the darkness on Zephyr. This does put a water tile down. Yep. Not a huge deal. I don't plan on evading. All right, and I think that's going to be it. Actually, I'll go ahead and transform into animate, and then I'll like the shadows, which is an ability on this thing, so I don't have to worry about any extra cost. So I'll inch my way back a little bit. Okay. That is it for Zeke, Ghost, and Nightingale. Alright, Nightingale, who's immune to darkness. Get 4 stamina, get all your things, use Doom Break. Good to go. Alright. So at this point, Alana can no longer burrow. She can't hit anyone with darkness. All she can do now is spam that red magic over and over again. And Nightingale and Zephyr are both resistant to magic, so I think we'll be okay. So here's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to Architect move, 2 spaces. I'm going to spend another stamina to do a Like the Shadows for another 2 spaces. And now I have a clear shot at Alana and still have +1 because I haven't moved. I'll spend a stamina to do Precise Strike and fire away. I'll spend a stamina to do Kill the Messenger and make that a 9. So that's 17 versus, because yeah, I haven't moved, so 16 becomes 17. So 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Sorry, I miscounted. 16, 17. 4, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 24, 26. So 2, 19. Now she's unhappy. Alana's eyes go wild with rage. She crazily promises you death. Reveal small hidden card UN29. Add this initiative card to the back of the current initiative track. Alana uses 2 initiative cards on this round as well as future rounds. Now she has 2. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and quick blow. That is 16. I'll go ahead and go 17. So that'll be 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. All right, that is Nightingale. Let's go to So yeah, if I really wanted to try to blitz away, I could try to summon the twins and go full on flanking and just backstab as much as I can. But I don't think I need to do that, so I'm not going to. Also, it would probably only last for 1 round anyway, because the AoEs will just wreck me, even with the resistances. Goes to Jazara. 4 stamina. I'm going to go ahead and just spend 4 and do a the Abyss Reaching Back Empowered. Alright, I'll use Intervention to reroll. 16, 7, just 16. Alright, fails it. And it's going to take a whopping 12, 14 damage. So 248. I'm not going to worry about the Rooted because she's not moving. As long as I have someone within SOI, she's never going to move. Goes to Alana. We'll roll for 6 poison, 254. Alright. And now she's just going to blast everybody. She can literally hit everybody. So, here goes. 14. Let's start with Zeke. That is a fail. Justice is definitely going to fail. Yep. Nightingale. Yeah, that's fine. Jazara. Rook. Rook, I'll reroll with the Divine Belt Buckle of Swag. It could be any of my dice, so I'll reroll just the 3. Okay, Rook resists at least. Zephyr is rolling these dice. Fails just barely, and I did use Zealot Drive, I believe. Okay, so it's going to be a red magic die. 4. So 4 to Animate, 4 to Justice, 2 to Nightingale, because she resists magic. I'm going to go ahead and just pop both summon tokens. Yeah, it works on magic, so I'll pop both of those to reduce the damage by 2. So it takes 0, and therefore Rook also takes 0. Rook resisted, and then Zephyr is going to take 2 because he resists magic. Okay, could have been worse. Alright, new round. Alright, goes to Nightingale. She's going to get 4 stamina. I will go ahead and do a Doom Break. We're up to 5 stamina for good times. And now the fun starts. Alright, we're going to go straight into Precise Strike, no one power. $14, $15. I wish I could do more, but I think that as much as I would love to do an extra 6 damage. So, is that 14, 15? I will... Yeah, I'll just let it go through. So 14, 15, so 2. Actually, we'll do Masterwork. So that'll be 16. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're at 9. 12, 15, 17, 271. Almost into our even angrier phase. I'll spend 1 stamina to Quick Blow. It's what, 13 in total? Or 14 in total? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Wilt. Yeah, I'll just take it. Alright, then I'll do a regular shot. I will spend a stamina to do Kill the Messenger, make that into a 9. So 19, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. So 298. And that is all she has got. Alright, goes to Zeke. Zeke will heal for 2 because of regeneration. And the rest of it doesn't really matter. Alright, 4 stamina for haste. I will... Should I just go ham as well and see what happens? Well, I can go back into the water and then potentially get blasted for a bunch of magic damage. I mean, it's not like he has anything else better to do, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do like the shadows, and then I'm going to transform back to Zeke form, and then I'll attack. Alright, good luck. 15 versus 13, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12 with the Tristram Spirits, and then 14 for the Wilt. So 14 in total. We'll put it at 312. Now she's even angrier. Alright. Alana screams, furious that you're threatening her immortality. End the current action in all abilities. Alana shoots a barrage of thorns, casts a spell 6, casting against the adventurer who dealt damage to Alana most recently. So I'll be against Zeke. So casting 6, 14. I do resist it. It would have done 3 purple of physical damage. Alana desperately crushes a magical pendant that grants her temporary power. For the duration of the encounter, when Alana is determining the force of a spell, she will empower, which is both good and bad, because it will potentially just kill herself. Alright, all that's been done. I have 1 stamina remaining. I will give intervention to Jazara, and that'll be it. Alright, goes to Rook. He's going to heal for 1. And get 4 stamina. And we're just going to try to murder everything now. Spending 4 stamina on Courage Stifles will empower the first one. 14. Okay, so I have 6 armor, so it'll be 12 and then 14 for Wilt. 26. Okay, second casting. 12. Passes. Yeah, I'm just going to let it go through. Alright, that is it for Rook. Goes to Jazara. Gets 4 stamina. We'll spend all of it to go ahead and do an Empowered Blast. And we'll see what happens. Oh, priority tokens now on Alana, since I cast those spells earlier. This is 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, so 14 in total. Fails just barely. Actually, sorry, it would have been 15 because of priority token. It's going to go ahead and do a bunch of damage to herself. 14 in total. And just like before, I'm not going to worry about Rooted because she's not going to move. And that is it for her. It goes to Alana. Poison damage. A whopping 2. And now she's going to do Empowered Casting. 15. It's hitting everybody. I'm just going to roll for the people that have a chance of passing. So close. You can't pass. You theoretically could pass. You did. Let's make sure I did the math right. 8, 9, yeah, 15. I resisted it. Good job, Nightingale. Jazara. I will intervention. No go. Alright, Rook. I will reroll with the Divine Belt and reroll both dice. That's gonna hurt. Not much I can do about that. And then Zephyr. Well, the only one that passed was Nightingale. Okay, well, red casting die. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. Oh, actually, I could have done the, I could have done this. Oh, well. Actually, you can do, when making a conviction check, pass. Let me check that. Okay. So you can do the conviction roll first and then decide whether or not you want to do this. I'm going to flip to go ahead and pass this. Technically, it should have been before this roll happened with the damage, but honestly, with Jazara about to explode, this is fine. So I'll go ahead and do this, auto pass, and go from there. So 8 damage, Zeke will take 8. Justice will take 8. Nightingale takes nothing, she resisted. And then I'm going to have to unsummon Jazara. Yes, I can hear the cries, but I have to unsummon or else Rook will die in the process. Technically, that would still leave Jazara active, but you know what? I don't think I want to sacrifice myself for a gate. Alright, which is actually really nice, because that means once it hits Rook's turn again, he can summon the twins instead. Alright, Zephyr is going to take 4 damage, because he's resistant to magic. Okay, that is it for Alana. Goes to Zephyr. We will gain 4 stamina, and hopefully not get ourselves killed. We'll spend 2 to go ahead and do Blade of Babylon, and go ham. Not that type of ham, though. Alright. Yeah, reroll all dice. There we go. 17. So it's going to be 4, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 damage. So 363. Alright, 2 more stamina to attack one more time. With the Babylon jab. 18. So I'm not darkness anymore. Yeah, so 18. This will do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 377. Alright. Man, we're so close. I mean, we're not in any danger. Nightingale's at nearly full health, and she can just literally obliterate this thing. Goes to Justice. She's going to heal for 1. And at this point, I may as well just stick around and see what happens. 4 stamina, spend 3 of it to do the thing. And then roll all these dice. Alright, I have to use intervention here. That works. 17. Is that right? Yeah, 17. So fails, takes a casting die. 11. 388. And then I will spend, I'll heal for 2. And then I'll spend 2 to go ahead and do Life Grasp. I'll reroll with Magical Leather Dress. I will take an additional 6. So this is going to be 8 14, 20. 20 versus 9 is 11, plus 2 for Wilt is 13. That finishes off Alana. And even if we came a little short, there's the poison damage, which would have done another 7. Yeah, this would have ended it. Okay, so Alana goes down. When she is defeated, reveal the hidden card UM32 and gain the Seed of Rebirth. We do still get a loot card as far as it says, so we get item loot. Perfect. What a way to end. We'll give you your own white dice. 6 is a armor. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that useful at this point in the game, but it's the thought that counts. Alright, I'm just going to hit shuffle now, and we get a Curse. Yeah, we've gotten plenty of the armor pieces now. Okay. Brooding Mantle, it's going to go in the stash. Okay, and then what was it? UM32. Sorry if you're hearing my cord rattle. It's my cat's tails swatting it as she sits on my lap. 32 should be the... Is it really the Seed of Rebirth? It is the Seed of Rebirth. Getting it mixed up with something else, apparently. Relic has casting upgrade green. Flip, place a defeated ally with an SOI, then they heal equal to half their maximum HP. So it's essentially the same effect as From the Grave, and it has a casting upgrade. It's really nice. This definitely can give you some fancy options as far as if you just need casting, more casting options, or casting die options. Like, for example, if you want to still use the Wand of Coil Fragments, you can then just use the Seed of Rebirth instead to get green at least. In any case, we'll put this in the stash for now. And we win. Each party member gets 1 XP, and we restore. And with that, we finished pretty much the first half of Chapter 4. We need to add 1 to this. There we go. All right. So yeah, honestly, that fight was a lot of fun. It definitely still took a while. Like I said, it's just a lot of HP to chip through. If you don't have status effects, this is hell. Even if we didn't have root, even without rooted, this fight was still pretty doable. We would have probably had to heal. We would have had to endure a few more hits, obviously, for obvious reasons. But rooted obviously breaks this encounter, which is understandable. Unfortunately, bleed is not very useful, so I never bothered with it. But yeah, it was a fun fight. Yeah, I guess I don't really have much else to say. I'm also a little tired. I wasn't planning on recording so much as of late, but I was having a lot of fun with these recent encounters. Chapter 4 definitely has a pretty decent amount of fun things you can do. It definitely has its shenanigans with losing Remy again. And a few other troublesome things, but for the most part, the encounters themselves are all pretty good. I mean, part of it's also, at this point, your build is mostly flushed out at this point, and so you're kind of just able to watch the weld oil machine either work together or fall completely apart, whichever. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Dior. This was Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1, and I will see you guys next time.